Hold it.
Potenzial nach oben.
Ja, natürlich.
For this round, you're playing Survivor Shootout. This means each player starts with a stack of 20k in chips. First level will be 1 hour. Second level will be 20 minutes each. And the deal is, for every level played, one player has to be eliminated. So if we the first level, 2 players out. By the end of level 3, the smallest stack will be taken out of the fight. And also, you have a 15-second shot clock. There's not going to be an actual shot clock on the table. The dealer will keep a count and remind you at 5 seconds. As soon as he gets down to 0 seconds, your hand will be down. Also, players, please take care that you keep your chips sorted and you keep neat stacks. Everybody has the right to see your stacks. Rights are 100, 100. Please see one. Button auf Platz 1. Dealer start close.
Good luck. So, one of those memes you have. Big luck. It's 100. Big luck. 100. And
5100 for the Mattel. Awesome.
great stream.
So I'm safe now.
Check later.
Great stream.
I hope so too. I don't know.
Danny? Yes? Yeah.
How cute.
That's it.
Belgium. Like you didn't know.
Check.
Come on. You need to stack like this, right?
Yes, sir.
Please give them a penalty for not stacking the standard. Please?
1,000 for everybody. Penalty.
That's alright. Sounds good. Did you have dinner?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's good.
The rest. Fuck. 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 Fruit there. That's it.
Anna, Luca.
Welcome back to Vienna for the World Championships of Amateur Poker. This is phase 2 of our team championship. The guys are now playing a round of No Limit Hold'em Survivor shootouts. So after the first round of games, we have clear leaders in the Czech Republic, who won 3 and finished second in their fourth sit and go from the first round. They ended up on 57 points. Then it's quite bunched up after that. England, Switzerland, Netherlands, Austria, Scotland, Wales, all only covered by 7 points. And then at the bottom of the table at the moment are Italy, with Germany just ahead of them, Luxembourg, Ireland and Belgium just ahead. But still loads more points to play for as we go into this phase. So how this phase 2 works, so Survivor Shootout. So the guys are all starting with 20,000 starting stack on 6 tables of 8. They're going to play for, the first level is an hour long with blinds at 100-100. So they very much get a lot of play to find each other out and see where they stand at the table and try and build a bit of a stack. At the end of that first level, we will eliminate the shortest stack if they've not lost a player at the table already. And then levels go to 20-minute levels, and we carry on eliminating a player at the end of each level if it's naturally not happened until we get down to 2 players. Once we get to 2 players, we do a chip count for first and second, and that's the end of it. So it will last exactly 2 hours and 40 minutes to the very second. Got a cracking feature table for you guys to watch. Seat 1 is Marcel playing for Germany. Seat 2, Danny playing for the Netherlands. Seat 3 is the Swiss captain, Marianne. Seat 4 is Sebastian playing for Luxembourg. Seat 5, Joe representing Scotland. Seat 6, with the Welsh flag around his shoulders, is Jonathan Rees. Seat 7, the Italian captain, Luca Canella. And in Seat 8, representing Ireland, is Cody Wagner. So we're just going to get things settled down here, and hopefully we'll try and do a little bit of commentary on this before it starts getting a little bit crazy. So the first hour should be just, say, players sounding each other out, some chips moving back and forth. We might see some players use it to their advantage and try and build a stack to make sure they're safe for the next couple of levels, but it's all about ensuring you aren't the shortest stack at your table at the end of each level. Not expecting to see any exits in this first hour. They've got 53 minutes left of this level, but we'll keep you posted as we go. For the meantime, I'll just leave you with the table for a short while, and then we'll try and do a little bit of commentary on some of the hands as we go.
Eine Stunde für ein Level, das ist so lange. Ich dachte ja, aber meine anderen Kollegen sagen nein. Ja, ich bin mir nicht sicher. Ich dachte, ich hätte gelesen, ja.
52 minutes to fold and then a minute to do it. It will be. If no one's on. So after the hour, yes, after the hour we will eliminate. So it'd be 6 eliminations in. I'm assuming no one's. Well, somebody might, maybe shove towards the end of it, but yeah, they've got an hour.
Dan on our table, anything can happen. Dan Johnson on our table, anything can happen.
8, 9 ist immer gut. Schon wieder 8, 9. Vorhin. Jetzt, ja. Dritte Mal. Einer Stunde genau so, wenn sie keinen Schiff machen. Oder? Schauen wir mal, ne? Einfach so ausschalten, nur vorher Olympi gehen, aber. Nein, noch einmal ein paar Tipps. Ja, noch ein paar Minuten Zeit.
Didn't have my after dinner smoke.
But now you have.
No, I am. Thanks to John.
That's all.
If it was done low, I would be cheering.
Straight draw, flush draw, whatever.
Telling me is that the story. I busted Lee's aces yesterday with 8-9.
That's just horrible.
Well, to be honest, if you're up against aces, 8-9 is like one of the best hands you can have. Apart from 7-8 suited.
Still.
Yeah, it is.
Still you're a little bit behind.
No.
It is the best hand you can have against aces.
I prefer aces.
Yeah, I prefer aces
Well,
too.
yeah. I know which one I want to be, and that's
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, me too, me too. I don't like being up against aces anytime.
No. No.
Let's be honest. 8-9 again.
Just tell me where you go. I told him if it was then lower, I wouldn't shoot.
I think I get it to the track, right? Sorry, you have to think about what to do.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
300, great. Check. 500. Great, 3,000.
don't run into anything.
Whilst I was just away, John Rees there lost a fairly large chunk of his stack, about 7,000 in total, to Danny from the Netherlands. And he's left the table for a bit, trying to ponder what the best thing is to do now. Because we've got 46 minutes left of this level, and as it stands, if nothing else happens, John will get eliminated at the end of this level for being the shortest stack. Because they all started with 20,000, and he is now down to 13. The rest of the table know that. Decision what they want to do, because this is all about points for their team. The top 3 teams get paid out in cash at the end of the 2-day tournament. And
Please let him in.
I'm just looking over at one of the outer tables, and I can see the Belgian captain Didier on his feet and kind of shrugging his shoulders. And I think he may well have bust. There we go. This Germany and Scotland in this hand, and Joe's bet out 1100 on a board of Queen 853. A couple of diamonds there. And quick fold from Germany. And on we go. You see to the right of your screen there, Luca chatting to one of his teammates, Gabby. A lot of people that followed the World Championships of Amateur Poker over the years will know Gabby's a multi-bracelet winner. And the Italians take this team event very seriously.
It's yours. What? Dan just put it down.
Check.
Happy days.
So Luxembourg bet out 600 on a board of 4 deuce 9, and it's raised up by Joe from Scotland to 1600, and a very quick fold. It's a tricky thing here is although you've got 20,000 starting stack and blinds are only 100 for this first level, you can't afford to lose too many chips. Obviously the table knows at the moment with Jonathan from Wales, who lost 7k in that early hand. He's the shorter stack, so they can afford to play a few hands here and try and build some chips and get involved, but don't want to do too much damage to your stack just in case you start getting a little bit closer to Jonathan's chip stack at the moment, which is about 12.5, 13,000. So 3 players to see this flop, Scotland, Italy and Germany, and it's a flop of Ace, King, 6. And it's checked all the way round, so they'll see another king. And Luca checks from Italy, and a bet from Germany, 500, instant called by Joe for Scotland, and Luca makes the call as well, so 3 of them to the river. And it's a deuce. So Luca bets out 1600. Fold for Germany, and Joe eventually folds as well. And Luca wins a nice little pot there, keeping his stack above starting stack. So not really seen much of Cody from Ireland so far, or Marianne from Switzerland, both playing a very tight image. Raise from Luxembourg, raises it up to 400 and wins the blinds. So just clarifying with a player there who's just asking what happens regarding if players ask for a count, and in this particular tournament there is no counts allowed. It's up to the players to be aware of the chip stack size that they're up against. Just joined by JP. What was that you said, JP?
I said the Luxembourger looks like Stephen Marchant.
Yes, he does. Yes, absolutely.
I have nothing more to add.
So I'm assuming the triple stud is on a break then, JP?
yeah, and not my traditional very long break until the next order. This is an actual scheduled break.
Excellent stuff. So got interesting dynamic here, JP. John Rees for Wales, top right of your screen, lost 7k to Danny quite early on, and has therefore now put himself in a bit of a spot on what he does for the next, which is now 36 minutes of this level before we will eliminate somebody.
Right, well, Danny, you're obviously going to be handling those chips with absolute humility and just getting it quietly, yeah?
Completely, yes.
Yeah. Hello, Danny. They say he's just jealous because Stan Parkamenko in the triple stud has a better ponytail than him. That's why he shaved the back of his head.
So if you were in John's situation here, what would you do?
Well, get rid of that bloody flag for starters. No offence, Lee, sorry.
None taken.
You disguise your Welshness. You blend in among us. I forget about this. What's he down to?
About 13, started with 20.
Oh, that's standard for John. Just spin that up easy.
Well, obviously, apart from that, we eliminate the shortest stack in 35 minutes.
That was the format. Yeah, okay.
So I'll go back to the question, which is, what would you do in this situation, JP?
How long's left? What we got blind-wise?
35 minutes, and they're blind to 100-100.
What? There's how long left of this level?
35 minutes.
Really?
They play an hour for the first level.
Jesus Christ. Well, take the time then. Let's chill out for a bit. But we know, yeah, we know we can ag it up when he needs to.
Well, what if they all just then fold every time he tries to do anything? Yeah. He's not going to pick up enough chips to get to where he needs to get to.
Well, he would if he started now, yeah?
Yeah, they're there.
What do you think the cut-off is? Where's the Rubicon?
It may already be passed.
Do you reckon? No, come on. 15-second shot clock? So what has he been doing?
Nothing, he walked away.
Is that because he was sulking?
No, he was trying to come up with a plan.
Okay. Oh, God. I hope he wasn't consulting Dad. He'd have no chance of coming up with something good.
So Germany scoop another little pot there. So how's your time in Vienna been so far?
Really good. Yeah, really good. No joy in poker yet, but early days and lots of laughs yesterday, particularly the 15-15. That was.
It was rather entertaining, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, with Danny, Scouse, some Welsh guy, Chris, Simon. Yeah, good laugh, real good laugh.
Absolutely. So 34 minutes left of this. As to his stack there, and he's sitting comfortable. I mean, Danny's got an option here now. As again, here's a question for you, JP. As a chip leader now, are you thinking, well, actually, I've got enough chips there where I'm probably going to be okay for the next two eliminations, maybe even 3 eliminations? Are you in a position where you now go, actually, I'll just sit there and ladder, or do you try and use that stack to try and put pressure?
So The question included the words "as the chip leader," which I struggle to relate to. So personally, I would be snugging it up, but that's my natural game. Whereas I know other people will be getting quite aggressive with it, and you can afford to take a little hit, can't you? So, knowing Danny, what I play with him, I think he'll be reasonably lively. Especially knowing that, like you've said, the other players know that they're safe-ish for the first point.
So he could well really, significantly add to his stack and put him in a very strong position now. So the board's Queen 9-10 here. It's Danny for the Netherlands and Joe for Scotland. And Cody's in a hand. Now, first time I think I've seen Cody play a hand here, or I may not be paying complete attention, but they're going to see the 3 on the turn. Check from Cody. So round we go to Danny, left of your screen in the orange. And he raises it up to 1400, doing very similar to what JP just said, actually. Now is Cody going to crumble under the pressure? No. He makes the call, so we're going to see a river card. And it's an 6 on the river. Yeah, as the years go by, I swear my eyesight's getting worse when I'm trying to actually spot cards from this distance. Danny makes it 3,300. And it's a fold from Cody. So Danny again shows King Jack for the flop straight. Yeah, that's not really that's not using his stack for pressure because he actually properly had it there.
See, when that happens to me against Danny, the board goes runner to complete the straight on the board, and give him a third of the pot.
Yeah. But you're not bitter about that at all, are you?
I'm over it. Yeah. Why are you even talking about it? Why'd you bring it up?
Yeah. So,
go on, sorry.
I was about to say, Triple Stud has got 3 minutes left on the break. We've also got Win the Button tonight and PLO 456 later on as well.
Don't intend to play the 456. What I'll probably do is follow yesterday's strategy and bust the stud at the exact time that the Win the Button tournament opens. So I can jump straight in that.
Brilliant.
Okay, yeah, happy days.
Nothing wrong with that. So on we go, just under half an hour left now this level. Ace 6-8 is this flop. So Marcel in seat 1 giving a little quick thumbs up to somebody at home there who's watching the stream. Hello, whoever you are. Meanwhile, Sebastian for Luxembourg is adding to his stack. So 24.5 minutes to go. So you're watching the phase 2 of the World Championships of Amateur Poker Team Championship. This is the Survivor Shootout round. 12 countries competing in this, teams of 4. These guys are all playing 8-handed on 6 tables. And how this sit and go works is at the end of each level, if a table hasn't lost a player naturally, we eliminate the shortest stack. And once we get to heads up, we do a chip count, and that finishes first and second, and it's done and dusted in 2 hours and 40 minutes. First level is an hour long, where they play blinds at 100, 100. Then we go 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, and so on. They start with 20,000 starting stack. So lots of different tactics in how to play this. It's a 15-second shot clock, so players don't get long to make a decision. We ask the players to pretty much stick to that, but a dealer will do countdown if necessary, if players are getting close to their allotted time to make a decision. Players can't ask for a chip count, but we're playing with clean stacks and a small number of denominations on the table, so it's up to the players to know what they've got in front of them. And so just go around the table for you again. So Marcel, who's in seat 1 for Germany. Danny, seat 2 for the Netherlands. Seat 3 is Marianne, the captain of the Switzerland. Seat 4, Sebastian, currently away from the table for Luxembourg. Seat 5 is Joe, playing for Scotland. Seat 6, Jonathan Rees from Wales. Seat 7, again away from the table for a moment, is Luca, the Italian captain. And in seat 8, Cody Wagner, wearing the green of Ireland. And Marianne scoops up another pot. And we have just over 20 minutes left of this level. Don't forget, you can keep up with everything going on here at the World Championships of Amateur Poker if you go to apat.com/forum and look up the live update section there. Lucy and Tom have a daily blog on there of all the events. We're normally running 3 or 4 events a day for 10 days. So as well as this going on today, we also have the Triple Stud side event happening at the moment, and later on this evening we have No Limit Hold'em Win the Button Championship, followed by a Pot Limit Omaha 456 Championship as well. So plenty for the players to play. Lots of travel from all over. We've got players from all home nations in the UK over here, from Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Italy. Quite a few Italian players up, lots of German players, as well as the local Austrian crowd that use the Concord Card Casino on a regular basis for their poker. So the board is King, King, 6, Deuce. And it's Ireland and Germany, either side of the dealer here. And Cody's made a check, and Marcel bets 1,000. And Cody's going to make the call. Actually, it wasn't 1,000, it was 800. Didn't hear the declaration, but it's been a call anyway. And they're going to see a 7 on the river. And Marcel bets 1,800. Cody makes the call, and Marcel mucks straight away. So Ireland add to this stack. Marcel's still playing about 17,000 though. I still say the short stack at the table here is going to be John Rees with 19 minutes left to go. So it's starting to get to that point where got to make a decision what to do. If you're the shortest stack at the table at the end of the level, you will be eliminated. And so far there's just going to be one table that doesn't need to worry about that. And that's the table that has already lost the Belgian captain, Didier Desuet. He went out quite early on actually. So Sebastian shows ace queen, Marcel shows ace jack. On a queen high board, but the ace jack has made the straight. And so Marcel adds to his stack. Still doesn't put Sebastian in any risk there, I don't think, because he's playing still about, actually pretty much starting stack actually, I think. So he'd won a few pots before losing that one to the German player. And on we go. 16 minutes left. Once we get through the first level, which is an hour long, levels then go down to 20 minutes, and then it will start getting fast and furious with exits. So raise from Marcel up to 300. Netherlands, Switzerland, Luxembourg will fold. Joe makes the call for Scotland, and John Rees takes his 15 seconds and then folds from the small blind. Luca in the big blind, the Italian captain, to the left of your screen in the blue, and he raises it up, makes it 1,700 to go. Marcel folds for Germany. Just Joe from Scotland on the button. And little grimace and folds. So John Rees all in and gets that one through. Feeling we may see a few more of those in the next 11 and a half minutes. He's yeah. John says, "I hope he's got the timing right." So John Rees all in. I may get that recorded. And gets that one through. Shows King, Queen of Spades. Gets that one through. John Rees all in. And has been called by Sebastian from Luxembourg. Decision on Joe. And we're going to go showdown. And Sebastian's got ace queen. And it's pocket nines for John. It's the nines that are going to be at risk here. Nines versus ace queen. Wales need the nines to hold. And it's an ace on the flop. Another ace. And a deuce, and we're going to lose John from the feature table, which means this table now don't need to worry about an elimination at the end of this level. So we've got 9 minutes left now of the level. 2 of the tables of 6 have lost a player. But the other 4, if they've got a short stack on the table now, it's starting to get a little bit busy. I'd imagine this feature table will now settle down for the remainder of this level, but the levels then go to 20 minutes.
Everybody say for half an hour.
Please for the next 28 minutes. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
No pressure, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's a little bit of breathing space for some players. I mean, so much breathing space for Sebastian. He's just said he's going to get it from the table and go for a wander. You know, it's
You win also, please.
Ace high. It's good.
Ace high.
9-9. 8-9. Only works other way around. I need the 8-9 to work. Ask Jono.
Oh, premium.
I don't need premiums, I just need 8-9 sooner.
When you start betting, we're going to know what you're betting with, right?
so Belgium have lost another player on one of the other tables. So we've only got 3 tables that might get eliminations here, but that's 2 Belgian players gone for 0 points.
I didn't mean you to go looking. Don't go looking for him. He's not lost.
So on the table that just lost a Belgian player, we've not even got to the end of the level 1 and they've lost another player. Welsh skipper Warren's gone, so we've lost 4 players so far, 2 Welsh, 2 Belgian. Not looking good for them. Well, the only bonus I can see for Warren is he's picked up a point, which is better than no points. Yeah.
Marianne, I think we're on the same table for the next round as well. All 3 rounds today.
So we're 3 minutes away from for elimination. We've actually only got 2 tables left now that are going to potentially eliminate. Once players get down to this point in time, they know if they're the short stack, they've got to give it a go, and that's pretty much what's happened. And on all the outer tables, we've seen exactly what you just witnessed on the feature table. The short stack starting to get aggressive, and eventually somebody looks them up.
King does off everything. At every game.
Of course you can. I want to see. I'm playing to
I
see.
think you're right. I think it's the right decision. Well played.
Yeah, because the 8 is easy for me then.
Yeah, the second king fucks me in the middle.
No, if you have a 7-2, and now I have an 8.
If it comes a deuce on the turn,
Yeah, it's
I'm winning
better
the hand
for you.
probably.
Yeah, probably yes.
King was no good finish.
Wait, 1012. Heads up.
You might have a king as well.
New blinds after this set. Ace, 2. Full house, 4 with 6.
Thank you.
New blinds with and the 100
Whoa. Thank God for the king.
Now you hit the king.
I had queen. Thank God for the king.
Yeah.
If it's a jack, I'm fucked.
Absolutely yes.
Yes.
It saved you.
Yeah, it saved me.
4-5. Something super connected like 4-5.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
That would have been
I would never have called the river with a 4. That's true.
and I'm fucked. Oh, 500.
Lines are up, 100, 200.
500.
So there we go. We've eliminated players from all the tables, and blinds are now up to 100, 200. The levels are now 20-minute levels, so it's going to get fast and furious now for the next hour and 40.
Check. Yes. You said some chips were not jamming pre-flop. You said chips were not moving all in pre-flops like I would. No.
It's not the format to do it.
Yeah, right. But some people might do it.
You're not going to call with worse if I jam. You're going to fold jacks if I jam, so
You don't
why
flip
should I?
flop, you see no ace or no king on the flop.
If I jam, you fold jacks, so why should I jam? Never. Not in this tournament. When you play to win,
Yeah.
different.
So, meanwhile, back on the feature table that you're watching after we've done all those eliminations, it's time to start thinking who's the shorter stacks on this table. Because in 15 minutes, we're going to eliminate again. So in that first round of eliminations, we lost Vince from England, Didier from Belgium, we lost Christine from Germany, we lost Gabrielle from Italy, we lost Patrick from Belgium, and then followed by Warren from Wales on the same table, and Jonathan Rees on the feature table that you are watching. So 5 of the 6 tables are going to get an elimination in 13 minutes' time, for sure. Don't think it's going to be Danny. Although actually, he's only playing about 20, just over 20,000. 23, yeah, 23 should be okay for this one. So we think pretty much it's, looking at this, it's between Luca and Cody at the moment, on the right-hand side of your screen for who's going to be the short stack. Luca is in this hand and has called Sebastian's bet of 1400 on a board of 310.6. Marcel's already also in this hand, bottom left of your screen, to the left of the dealer. He's on the button. And he's going to fold. So 2 players, Italy and Luxembourg, are going to see the turn here. This is a big hand for Luca. If he wins this, it puts him clear of the shorter stacks. But if he loses this, I'm pretty much sure he is going to be the shortest stack at the table. And a bet out from Sebastian, which was effectively an all-in. It was 20,000 was the bet. And Luca folds. And very much it's the Italian captain that is going to be at risk here in the baseball cap to the right of your screen in the blue. Cody to his left, just eyeing up his stack, trying to work out where he stands. Yeah, it's going to be pretty tense for the next 11 minutes. On we go. With just over, slightly over 10 minutes left of this level. And Luca makes it 500 from under the gun. And Cody folds. And round we go to the blinds. Joe has a look from the big blind. and makes the call. So 2 players are going to see the flop, as Joe says. Let's have a look. And it's Queen 10-5. And Joe makes it 1100. You kind of have the feeling here, Lucas, once he's in a pot, he's got to keep playing it, really. He makes the call. King on the turn, and it's a bet of 2,200 from Joe this time. Joe, top of your screen. And Luca makes the call. And it's a 6 on the river. And 3,000 is the bet from Joe. Kind of get the feeling if Luca's not snapping it, he's going to fold, and he does. Yeah. And Joe gives a little a little relieved face from Joe there, although I'm pretty sure she had it. So round we go. 8 minutes left now this level. So Luca all in, and then nearly hands the chips to Ireland, but Cody seemed quite happy to. Yeah, they were being scooped in, weren't they? They were scooped in. Yeah. So we've got just under 6 minutes left now, and we will be eliminated. We've actually just lost 2 players on one of the tables, so they're going to be good for another couple of levels. So the board's 8-7 ace, and Sebastian bets out 700, and Marcel makes the call. And it's going to be a 10 on the turn. Goes check, check, 4 on the river. And it goes to showdown. So 4.5 minutes now left of the level. Feature table's going to need to lose somebody here in the next 4.5 minutes, as do 3 of the other remaining tables. So we got 6 in play in total. So raise from Luca to 1,000, and just Danny in the big blind for Netherlands, left of your screen, and he's going to fold. So Luca keeps scooping chips, whether he can get enough in the next 4 minutes. So Luca raises it up again. This is looking very similar to the John Rees style from earlier on. And he wins that one. On we go. So another raise from Luca. And he's going to get a caller from Marcel for Germany here in seat 1 this time. And everyone else folds, so there's going to be a flop. And here it comes. And it's Ace-9 King, Rainbow. Action on Luca, who's going to bet. Of course he is. Makes it 1,000. And Marcel's going to play, which is what Luca needs. He needs chips in the pot. And it's a queen on the turn. And another bet from Luca, this time it's 1,500. And Luca says he has 6,400 behind. And Marcel times down and folds in the end.
If you play 3, you have to play. I didn't know your second card, so it's easy. 6. Most of the time it is. It should be.
So Luca raises it up again. Good all the way around the room. It's just a feature table, which Luca is doing his utmost best for it not to be him. But here we go. 8-7-6 is the flop. It's a check from Sebastian, and Luca's gonna fire a bet in, and he does. And it's 1,000 is the bet. All in a call, and Luca's got Jack Deuce. It's 10-3 of clubs for Sebastian. Another club brings the flush, but there's a redraw on the flush. And a jack, it's no good. And we're going to lose Luca with 23 seconds left on the clock, which means I think we're clear in the room and we'll all go again.
You're welcome, everybody. Another
At least the chips stay on the table.
That's right. They're not.
So on we go. Blinds now 200, 400. And we have another 20 minutes before we eliminate another bunch of players.
Auf den Button. Nummer 10. Auf den Button. Kann man schon mal machen.
Ja, kann man. Ich hätte eigentlich gleich auf den Knopf anspielen.
Ja, richtig. Ja. Warte. Ich war stupid. Ja, ich war stupid.
Nee, das war ich nicht. Aber ich komme jetzt so langsam in die auch in die Richtung.
Aber du wärst nicht wenigstens. Ja, dann geben sich mir Schicksal.
So, ich fange jetzt an. Soll ich erst anfangen, wenn ich noch 3 Minuten habe?
This is 1100 in it. Already 1100 in it. So that's good for you. Because you shove over rope. Massive free chest. It's massive in this format.
1000.
Having it open.
All in. All in. Showdown.
Wow.
I've lost the aces already today. I can lose twice. And in the first round of the shootout, yeah, when I went chip lead, I lost versus sevens on the three. Queen of hearts. Not even a
No
sweat.
sweat.
Okay.
Not even a sweat.
Cheers. Aces on the button.
Stuff for dreams, that.
Yeah, yeah. Especially with the guy who's got the same amount of chips as me.
There you go.
Yeah, it's dream set.
Naja, noch hast du Zeit.
That's it, yeah, yeah.
Könnte ich nochmal ran.
Right.
Folded, könnte ich nochmal ran.
Yeah.
Du hast ja zweimal Calls jetzt. Was 16 Minuten.
Check my info.
2 Double Ups.
How many you got left there?
Ja, du brauchst 3 Double Ups.
You all, Kev?
Hello everybody. Ja, wenn du 2 Caller kriegst, dann Triple Up und dann Double Up. Oder so.
Well, yeah, if you short anyway, then.
Wieso hin? Zwei Nün. Nün. Ja. Okay. What? Bitteschön.
Zwei Nün. Sounds nice.
Oh.
Oh, der Flop kommt. Oh. Ja, und
Oh.
Wow.
jetzt noch die 16 raus, das ist sick gewesen.
Blimey.
So on we go, 15 minutes left of this level. Right then, so we've got one of the tables that has already lost a player from the last level, so they're okay, but everybody else is going to be on another elimination in 14 and a half minutes. And we lose Shug from one of the outer tables as well. And we've also lost Stefan Roder as well.
I thought you had an 8 or something and you were 3 and you were 3 to bed.
Also ik toch wel recht stil. 8-2.
That's it. Ice cream is good. Ice cream. Safe hand.
Big blind is 400.
So on we go, just clearing a couple of things on the one of the outer tables, and on we go. So I think 3 of the 6 now have already lost a player this level with 12 minutes to go. But our feature table is not one of those, so we could be... They all look at, whenever I wander over, they look at me and they're like, oh, it must be getting close to eliminating a player. He's come back to the table again. Yeah, yeah. So the look of fear, it's like the Grim Reapers return to the table. It might be you this time round. So 3 of the other tables have already lost someone, so just 3 more to go. And this is going to be one of them. I'm starting to struggle to see who's in the mix. Let's have a look. So Marianne's got 22, about 23, 24. Cody sat comfortably on about 35. Joe's got 25, so there's a few of them that are in the kind of ballpark now. I'd include Danny in that as well, actually. I think over there with about 22 maybe.
Not very good today.
Check high. I thought you have a small pair. You got counterfeited and
It's hard to see if it's 2 or 3.
might have had a bad then.
That was the question. 21? Something like that.
10 minutes to go now. Of this level, blinds are 200, 400. We're yet to actually properly eliminate somebody here on this table because they've always got it in just before it's got to that. Sign of a good bunch of players when they do that. So Cody's all in. And Joe says that's not very friendly. Cody lies and says he's sorry. Because we know he doesn't really mean that. Not while sat at the poker table anyway. Yeah, it might be different in the bar afterwards, but certainly not at this moment in time. No. Jurgen's moved over to the tables, but Jurgen's just waiting to be able to literally grab somebody from their seat and say, "You're eliminated." He's been wanting to do that all day. Just actually grab, yeah, the Terminator. He's disappointed he can't grab people from their chairs and say, "You're out of here, yeah, get out of here." So Marcel is all in, and Danny's going to fold, and Sebastian's going to make the call. So Marcel was the short stack here, really was. Hadn't seen how few he'd got, and Sebastian has ace 9, and it's 9-4 for Marcel. It's a 9-4 at risk here, or we're going to lose the German player, and it's 6-8-10 with spades, but spades aren't help. But there's a gut shot, and that's not really going to make a lot of difference, and it's 9s and 8s for both players, but the ace kicker plays, and we're going to lose Marcel, which means these guys now can play on for another 27 minutes and 50 seconds, so they're okay for a little bit longer.
Really?
You have to, yeah, I have to fold it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I thought you could dare a flat sack and make a move.
Yeah, okay, I would have won. No, I would have lost against the 9. Oh, really?
Not so much.
No, if I move in, you fold.
How many games have you lost in total?
No, enough. We have enough. You've lost 3. You're fine. Yeah, you're fine.
From the list, you're at just 2.
Like every level one out.
Who do you not mark down? 7. You've just not marked down the person that just went out. German. Who was seat 1?
Seat one's.
Oh, so if you marked him out, right? He should be 6. Okay, who was Luca?
The first was sit 6 and the second was like sit 7.
Yeah, 6 and 7, and then 1.
Okay. Okay.
Ja, nimmt Race. Das war nur irgendwo vom Wagen gefallen.
Wechselgeld.
Ich glaube, wir haben was getauscht hier.
Das ist von Wechseln.
Lucky chip, I said.
6 minutes left of this level, and we've just got one of the tables which is going to get a player eliminated at this rate. As what happens with this a lot of the time, you tend to find that players that start playing these tournaments a little bit more regularly know what's coming, and therefore don't now actually allow themselves to be eliminated. They're normally playing hands before to make sure they get there or start to take chances.
Basically, this is no fun, basically. No, this is no fun. Why? Because it's so what you can and can't do.
It's just so different, isn't it?
Yeah, and I need to feel. And I can't leave the table
Trying
with
to
my
learn it
staff.
slowly as I go, realising which one.
Yeah.
It's so different. You have to think.
That's why I like that. That's why I like it though.
Yeah, it's fun.
Everyone's
Right, you can play them after this, and you can sit, you can have a beer, come back, maybe play a couple of hands, go and have another beer, come back. More your style. Which means it'll take about the longest one will probably take about 4.5 hours. 9:30. I reckon the last game will finish about 2. I could probably name at least one of the players that No shit.
No shit.
What we've actually done is we put a
Race
green on
1.1.
each of the chairs. And if you don't play 3 hands in a row, then basically that's it. You're out. Yeah. Your chips get spread to whoever they land on.
I love the beer rules then.
If you don't play for 1 orbit, you have to pay for drinks. I like that a lot. Especially heads up. Jill's thinking, this might be something.
Keep going.
You're not afraid over that, are you?
No.
No way.
Race 1K.
Minutes left to go on the level, and we've just lost another player on one of the outer tables, so all tables are good to go. And we'll eliminate again in another 22 minutes. So nice hand there for Sebastian. Adds to his stack.
Split up? Oh, you lost them. Well, no further bets then. Oh, you missed the blue one. Sorry. Yeah. I'm like, one.
Okay, flop it, river bet. Race 1.2.
That's why I say you can't take a little break because you have to check.
Race high.
It's high. I win.
Let it straight draw as well. New level 300, 600. Yeah, but I won't play against you.
That's why I'm checking as well. I don't want to bet, and then you go.
Yeah, no, let's check it. Let's check it.
Players in the team event, blinds now 300, 600.
Yes, yes. Let's get this over with.
Blinds are 300, 600 now, and we have another 19 minutes to lose a few more players.
How did you accidentally move all in for half this time? You say you accidentally moved all in for half this time.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Oh, okay. But you literally like you meant to move all in and then just go
Oh shit, I've accidentally.
for half a stack instead of all of it.
On time.
I wanted that.
On time
I wanted a big raise there.
Hey, we're ready to move already.
How's Frank doing, do you know? I saw he was still short-handed now, aren't they? 5. Oh, it's hard to see people from there.
Will you raise the fold? I gave a water. I'm sorry. Don't have to raise everything.
So on we go. Blinds 300, 600. And it'll be Danny to act first on this feature table.
Marianne.
15 minutes left now. Marianne's the short stack now for Swiss captain. Top left of his screen in the red. She's going to have no option but to start shoving here at some point. The question is, in 15 minutes, can she catch up? Can she catch up to somebody just with the blinds? Danny's probably closest to her, I would suggest. Danny's playing about 80, 18, 20, 20, yeah. Danny's got 20,000, so Danny's to the right of Marianne, so she knows exactly what the target is. And it's pretty much going to mean shoving, shoving, shoving. Got Ian Thompson on the rail with me here. Ian, we're just watching this, and pretty much, yeah, that's the way we're seeing this, yeah?
Yeah. She needs to get her chips in the middle in a minute. Very soon. Didn't work for me, but it might work.
It's the right tactic and the right way to play it. So whether the cards fall your way or not, it's still the right way to play it, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. This should be good fun watching this.
So we've got just under 15 minutes. And meanwhile, though, it's Scotland and Ireland playing a hand here, which is checking down at the moment. 2 sixes and 2 deuces. And Danny's in the hand as well, so I missed him. So they've all checked it down to see a queen on the river.
you don't have to keep playing.
Oh, you're not so far away.
You don't get it, do you?
Just 2 or 3.
I like it a lot. So easy.
Danny's having the best time ever.
I might play those. Even in this structure. Yeah. I'm not taking advice from you, mate. Good chair. Against it sideways. Very sturdy. Sideways will help. Sometimes. I changed my position because I have that back too.
Marianne's gone for the Danny pose at the table. See if it brings a bit of luck. Yeah. Zen. Bringing Zen to the table. Yeah. So Cody bets out 2,500 on the river there. 8-9 Jack 10-10 and shows a Jack. Sebastian folds and Cody adds to his stack. They're the two chip leaders at the table and they seem quite happy to play pots against each other. Not an issue whatsoever. But we have just over 10 minutes left of this level and Marianne, the Swiss captain, top left of your screen in the red, very much needs to get busy here. I'm sure she does realise, but I'm guessing it's a case of the trouble is it's getting nearly to the point whereby is anyone going to call? I mean, but the trouble is there is 1,000 in the middle, so actually if she got a bunch of shoves through, she could overtake Danny quite quickly. But even if she doubles up now, doubling up now is not going to be enough.
That was good.
Some bets out, and Danny says that's good, which we know it was. And looks like we've lost Ben. Yeah, Ben's gone from one of the outer tables. Ben Burnhill playing for Scotland, Joe's teammate. Yeah, well, they're not going to. Ian, so as Ian just said, Marianne got a walk in the blinds. But would you agree? Ian, they're not going to. Why risk getting involved with a hand where they know she's like possibly will just shove? Yeah.
Exactly. When you get to this stage, it's quite reasonable to fold aces to her if she's got a chance to double up.
Absolutely. But say we're at a point now where even if she doubles up, it's not. I don't think it's going to be enough at the moment.
Yeah, you should.
I will. I will.
I'm fine with that.
He shows pocket fours and scoops that lot. So just over 7 minutes left.
That's enough now. It's the game, right? Yeah. It's no fun. It's fun in this way. It's no fun. You can have a lot of fun at the table because you don't. But you're just not.
So a few of the tables have lost their fifth place player, but not our featured table, which has 6.5 minutes.
Drop the hammer. Drop the hammer. Darrow Cooney would love this shit. Population 5, but about to be 4.
Meanwhile, the Grim Reaper's still hanging around in the shadows.
Don't make me go get you.
Yeah, no.
So players got just under 4 minutes, and very much it's Marianne, the one here that needs to pretty much just be shoving every hand here. I just get those chips in the middle, but you've got to scoop up the 900 in the middle and hope and hope and hope. It's got to be shove. Oh, she's folded that one as well. You're not going to get anything here. It's a raise from Sebastian. Yeah, maybe there is that possibility. As Ian just said, sorry, because you're off the mic there, Ian. What'd you say?
You just need a couple. She needs a couple of lunatics, or she just needs to keep shove, shove, shove without looking.
Do you think that the other four know exactly what's going on?
Of course, yeah, they do. Yeah.
I don't think lunatics is going to happen, and well, even. But even I mean, say you've got dealt aces versus kings here. Are you folding the kings maybe in this situation for the points?
I think Cody and the guy from Luxembourg could.
Snap it, but maybe Danny and maybe Joe might not.
All in now. She's moved all in. So Luxembourg's thinking about it.
Well, he's going to use his 15 seconds, as they will all now probably do. Not rush a decision. Thing is, Joe can't afford to double her up. Danny certainly can't afford to double her up. The other two could, and it still wouldn't be enough for her not to be eliminated at the moment. But she has 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I think her teammates should get behind her and say, just close your eyes and put them all in. You never know. Maybe she would have had a chance. As you say, you would have blind to 3-6.
Probably should have been done about 10 minutes ago, I think. Yeah, maybe. Let's see what happens this hand. She's under the... Oh, no. Yeah, she's under the gun and folds. I think with under 2 minutes to go, we can pretty much say we know who's going to be eliminated from this table now at the end of this level, but bagged a good number of points, though, so that's not a bad thing. Finishing fifth will pick up 4 points.
I thought you were going in there. I wasn't scared at all.
To get out of this now would be the greatest escape. If Marianne wasn't eliminated at the end of this level. If Joe raises, she's got a chance. And Joe's raised. Well, Marianne is shoving this. Cody's gone all in. Well, Marianne's got to call. Got to call. They're going all in. Joe is going to have to get out of the way now. Otherwise, it just has no choice. It's pocket sixes, and it's king 4 for Marianne. Marianne needs a king, and we might then get another hand in. 9, 7, 8, a 4. 4 a king, and it's a 3, and we're going to lose Marianne in 5th place. So Marianne departs in 5th place, and on we go again.
No coaching here. Mental coaching's alright, isn't it? Yeah. I do need it. I need some advice. What should I do? Probably a lot. Maybe, if I don't want it. Single blind. No need to attack the single blind. No need.
Every need. I need to get my chips back to the stone. I don't bluff either.
Huh? Yeah. Get it back. Get the chips back.
Oh, yeah. If she doubled up there at the end, she would still probably gone out. Yeah,
So on we go. We're now 4-handed.
Yeah. 16 very afraid. She taught me everything I know. 16-1. I wish I had this little last hand. You quite heavy race. It's good read again. Oh my god. Yeah.
It was a good read on a cool
You need the sound. you. No, carry on. It's all right. I love a rub down. Who's your mate?
You guaranteed yourself an extra point. That's all that matters.
There
It's all
you
about
go.
the points.
That's it. Still have chips. Got some points.
Always bluffing.
I thought it was never bluffing.
So on we go now. Most tables now playing four-handed or three-handed. And we have 16 and a bit minutes left of this level. And on the feature table here, it's unfortunately our friend from the Netherlands that is probably at most risk here. Closely followed by Joe from Scotland and Sebastian from Luxembourg and Cody are very much the bigger stacks. So it's 5-3 for Danny. It's King 9 for Sebastian. 5-3 that's at risk here. Ace Jack Jack. Lots of chopping opportunities. None of which even come remotely close. And we're going to lose Danny in fourth place on the feature table, which means we're now three-handed.
Thank you.
Just so you know, we stop at heads up. So the next player that gets eliminated, we shouldn't count the first and second. Okay? Fine with it. Yeah, okay. Interesting now.
It is fun. Like, asking everybody. I'm very deep now.
You confused me then. You put a chip in and then said fold.
Yeah. Because there was one shoot. Only has 200 in.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
No, I was confused. I thought I was single big blind. So I put in a big blind, took one out.
Took too many.
I want to call your races 7 high.
No, it's not recommended. Yeah, yeah. Not only the hole, it wasn't even a sweat. Ace on the flop.
Call, check, whatever.
Whichever gets us to the flop fastest. I feel like a nit now.
It is small pair.
They are going to fall. No chance.
Just had Dory from Italy win the first game. Stefan, the Dutch captain, in second place, and Di Langley finishes third for Wales. So 5 games remaining.
Pocket force against sixes for Luxembourg. Force against sixes, yeah. Good for us. Lucky punch.
Luxembourg had the sixes.
No, the fours.
The fours.
Yeah, and they won.
Very good.
Yeah. We needed that. Yee!
I'll donate.
Thank you. Team Scotland appreciates your donation.
No.
The deck may have other plans.
Say thank you to Hayley for donating to our team.
No, I've bricked that more.
Threes are no good there.
Who beat me?
Oh, I'd be fine.
Right, right, you are, yeah.
Don't risk it. You have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
You're playing a very dangerous game. Trying to win now. Okay. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, mine as well.
Suited as well. It's a very nice hand.
So we've got 5 tables remaining. They're all 3-handed now with 4 and a bit minutes left of this level. So they've all got pretty much 20, just shy of 25 minutes to eliminate one more player. Or we will do it for them, and then we will do a chip count for the winners. As we're not playing heads up, so once we get a heads up, they chip count for the first and second place. Table, and Joe's checked the board of 5-9-9 Queen 6, and Cody goes all in, and Joe folds. So Joe is the shorter stack now at this table. She's got 23 and a bit minutes to make something happen. Which is plenty of time for her. She's, I mean, you've watched Marianne and Danny in a situation where they've had to shove. Well, Joe's going to be in that situation. Joe's got 23 minutes, and she's got a little bit of time, but not a huge amount, but a bit of time. She's got a skipper behind her, giving her. Well, I'm not sure whether it's good tactics or not, but apparently he can't even tell the time, so I'm not sure whether actually she should be listening to what he says anyway. But
Seven is enough. Seven is good. Fingers can be changed. It's close, right? It's very close. Should we count? Where's the better eye?
so Joe's all in on the board of Jack Queen 5, and no, Cody's not interested. That's pretty much what Joe's going to have to do, I think, fairly soon.
I'm so sorry. Me too. I would have made a very, very, very bad play for myself to try and overtake you.
Did you think it was finished? Yeah. Well played. We both. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense why you played it like that. Okay. Hey, yeah. Do so that's what you meant. You're not.
20 more minutes then. Wow.
Big blind, please. Yeah.
I was wondering why you were so relaxed and just not really.
Yeah, we are like counting down.
Oh, I'm so glad because what I would have done is counter. She had less than me to move all in last time. I pulled it into. I
much taller if it's less than that, and then I'm in trouble.
Okay. I give it. I need a beer now. So exciting. But no sauce.
So we've got 18 minutes left now of this level, and the remaining 5 tables are all three-handed. So if they don't bust anyone in this next 18 minutes, then it will be a chip count to decide who busts in third and then who is declared winner. We've got most of the tables seem to have a shorter stack, so that shorter stack should just be pretty much shoving now most hands to try and induce some action. But of course, you've got the other dynamic now that the other 2 stacks are looking to try and win it and pick up the full 15 points. So it's trying to understand what they need to do. Do they want to try and knock out the third place player to try and win it, or not? So it's Queen 10 for Joe, it's pocket 9s for Sebastian, it's the Queen 10 at risk here. This could give Sebastian the win if he gets this. Ace 3 8, this is going to bust Joe. This could give Sebastian the win. Another 8, if it holds, this could be a win for Luxembourg. And a 6, and Joe is going to depart in third, and it'll be a chip count now to decide who's come first and second. But I think if we're happy, we're happy. We're happy. It's a win for Luxembourg, second place for Ireland, third place for Scotland on our feature table. Got 4 tables remaining with about 15 minutes to go. I will we will kill this live stream. Well, I think we're going to try and stream the triple stud final table. Although it'll be a bit tough to do commentary on it, but I think that's the plan. Talking to Tom, what we're going to have a go at doing. If you go onto the Facebook group or onto the forum, you'll find an update on the results here. And as tables finish, we'll get the scores up and we'll keep you posted for the final phase of games later on tonight. But from Vienna for the time being, goodbye.
Ready.